Yeah, 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 my people, yeah, 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 I greet you guys. Greetings to you all, oh, Didi Ghanaian King people. I greet you now, oh. I greet you guys, oh, with your time and my time, with the time around the world. I greet you guys. My people, I am here again, oh. I am here again because of what has been happening. Hmm? Well, my people, the question is it right for someone to call police for a family member? Your family member wrong you, or you have a problem with your spouse. May get problem, or know the kind of problem I dey talk about. May get fight. Then one of you now pick up your phone and call the police. Is it good? Is it a good thing in general to be calling police for members of our families when they wrong us? When they wrong us in the sense that maybe you are doing business and you trusted your business in the hands of a family member. Then later on, you find out that the person have been lying to you that all is well, but nothing to show for it. Or you are not around, you are very busy, your kind of work will not permit you to do certain things. You now trust whatever you are doing, it could be property as well, to your family members to help you buy building materials, to help you run the building, to help you erect the building, to help you make sure the building is complete. But at the long run, you find out that your family members dupe you. Is it advisable to call the police for that your family member? It could be your father, it could be your mother, it could be your siblings, it could be an uncle, it could be any relative of yours. Is it advisable for us to call the police for our family members, our parents, our siblings when they wrong us? That is the ogbonge question I am asking my people. You know, nowadays, you will see couple that are having conflict in their marriages, and the conflict might escalate into fighting. You know what I mean by fighting? And most at times, people that fight, they fight with weapon, not just ordinary blow me, I blow you, or you blow your shirt as we used to. You will kill me today, oh, Papa Amaka, you must kill me today. Not that type of fighting I'm talking about. I'm talking about fighting whereby the woman with an object that is close by, the man will run to the kitchen and grab a knife to want to stab the wife, or to want to stab the girlfriend. So when things like this happens, is it advisable for you to pick up your phone and call the police? Or maybe your husband is beating you, you will now call the police attention. Because like where I come from, Nigeria, they will say, why will you go and call police for your husband? Why will you go and call police for your wife? You know, when something have become between life and death, all right, I think if you cannot run 440 with your legs, to me, if you cannot run, then you need to do something very fast before story that touches will come in. But in Nigeria, as I said, if you do such a thing by calling police to come and arrest any family member, then go carry am come outside say see am, na him go arrest him brother, na him go arrest him mama, na him go arrest him sister. So they don't see it as something good. It's only few persons that will buy the idea, only few persons that will stand by you that yes, what you did was right by arresting that your family member, because your family member have really done something very, very wrong to you. But most people will condemn you. They will say, I not be your family member. Now what for you? And because of say your brother chop your money, now you go carry police. Or because of say you and your husband get gbege for house, now you go call police for your husband. But in the Western world, they don't do that. Even Africans that are in the Western world, you know, they say if you cannot beat them, you what? You join them. So some Africans that are in the Western world, they do that even today. They do it. Husbands call police for their wives, wives call police for their husbands, parents call police for their children. Another question I will ask, because it's a general question, okay? So I will just be splitting it as it comes. If you have a child, a black sheep, as a child, and that child is really misbehaving, it's a pain on the neck, will you go and tell the police that this is what your child is? Your child is a bad guy, your child carry arms. Will you go and tell the police, or you will allow the police do their findings themselves? Maybe by the time that child goes to raid and he is caught up from that robbery, will you just be watching at that child be doing whatever he's doing? You know very well that that is the kind of life living. Your child is a bad guy, your child have their guns, have their machete and all that. And sometimes you might even know where he keeps it. You know, when you see his kind of friends, whatever they talk, you hear. As a parent, is it advisable for you to call the police? Or maybe you sneak, you tiptoe and you overheard your child's conversation with his friends that they want to go and carry out an operation, robbery attack, or they want to go and force somebody, they want to do anything criminal. As a parent, what will you do? Will you pick up your phone and call the police, or you will just keep quiet? Which I know that some parents, that is the white people, if they hear any conversation like that, no matter how they love their child, I believe most of them will call the police to come and arrest the child. It might even be after robbery, all right? They are discussing over the phone that yes, the robbery went successful. You should come and collect your own share, blah blah blah. That is the bad guys. They are discussing over the phone, and you walk past your son's bedroom or your daughter's bedroom, and you hear the conversation. What are you going to do? Will you pick your phone and call the police? Another question here is that if you are watching the national news and you heard that there was a robbery in a bank or a major robbery somewhere, and you know your son is even the ringleader, na im dey front, na im be the person wey dey give command, commander in chief of staff, will you as a parent, will you as a sister, will you as a brother, even if you are twin to that your brother, will you take your phone and text the police that I know who did this? My people, it is a tough one. Oh, it is a very, very tough one. We need to say the truth. All right. I know some persons will call police to come and arrest their son, call police to come and arrest their husband if they find out that their husband is a kidnapper, or they find out that their husband is a bad guy, a dupe, and all that. Few persons will we call the police. I don't know of Nigeria anyway, but I know the whites will call the police if they know that the person they are married to is not whom they thought he was. I think they will let the police know. So the question I am asking here now is a general question in all what I have discussed about. Will you pick your phone if you know you are married to a bad guy? Maybe before you marry that guy, you never knew he was living that kind of life. You never knew he is a murderer, a killer. They used to pay him to delete people from planet Earth. Or you never knew that he stands on the highway robber to rob. All right, the way Evans, the billionaire kidnapper, is that was arrested in Nigeria some years back. The wife said she is not aware. So I am asking this question now. If you now know, or you hear from side talk, them say they not say, because they say sometimes they say they not say, if you trace, there is little atom of truth in it. So if you come to know that the man who you have been married to, or the father of your children, maybe you are not married to the man, you father your children for you, you now come to know that this person is like this, is like that. Will you tell the police? Will you get the military involved to come and get the person arrested, or you will just run for your life? 440. It's a tough one, oh. It's a very, very tough question, which I believe that so many persons might not open up. So many persons might not what? Call the police. So many persons might just keep it to themselves. They might not even tell their own mother or their own father or whoever they are close to in the family that this is what their man is doing, this is what their husband is doing, or this is what the father of their child or children is doing. They will just keep it to themselves until the person becomes a government property one day. So my lovely people, na make I carry this story come see, make I ask question. If you have a black sheep in your family, a bad person in your family, that you know very well that this person life have kurukereke leg, in way not straight at all, anything when they do command dey inside ben. I'm talking of the bad kind of person now. Or this person is a dupe, you entrust huge amount, even though it's little amount of money to this person, and the person now squanderize your money and be deceiving you, your family member. Family member could be your own siblings, people of the same bloodline. Family member could be your husband as well, because you don't turn to family now by marriage, you don't inherit am with that. So family member too, your parents, all these are the family member category that I am asking. So if you have a parent now that you have been working hard like an elephant, you try your possible best to put something on ground through your parents, when they always say mama na mama, papa na papa, and you now ask them one day that, okay, papa, mama, this thing that you have been doing for me for years, I want to see what you've been doing. You gave me thumbs up. Oh, my baby is in the house. Good evening, Chichi Space. Thank you for coming. Thank you. Happy weekend. Okay, so you can see the title there, Chichi Space. You can see the title. If you have your husband, family member, as I said, your family member is family member. It could be people of the same bloodline with you. It could be your husband. It could be your spouse. All right. It could be distance relative. Yes, I know. It could be distance relative. Thank you for coming. And you find out that this person is not a straightforward kind of person. The person have a dubious life. It's not straightforward at all. It's a 419 as a hush puppy be. And this is your husband, this is your brother, this is your family. You understand? So I'm not talking about you hearing it from the public right now. Oh, Mayfat, good evening to you. Thank you for coming. God bless you. Oh, thank you. I am not talking about your family members now. And you hearing it from outside. I am talking about you seeing it. Maybe the person is making a phone call. You overheard the person trying to plan, or they are discussing about something they have already done. They have um defraud somebody, or they have broke into somebody's shop, or they have done something bad that is criminal. As a family, as a sister, as a wife, as a husband, as a brother, will you go and tell the police? Will you quietly tiptoe and hide yourself and go to one corner and make a distress call that oga police, so come to so place? This news I just heard online, this person na my husband, na him be, they don, if they talk and they go take share the money, so come. Or this news now that they just showed on television last week, it's my son, oh, it's my son is the one that shot that person, and I know where he keeps his gun. Will you talk as a family member, or you will just keep quiet and be watching until government will not catch that person on their own? Maybe when they go to raid, or maybe a whistleblower will now call government and say that this is the person. Because when I started, I said this is a difficult one. When it comes to we, the blacks, all right, most of us will not want to implicate our family members. It's only few persons. Because why I'm saying this, there was a movie I watched, this crime scene movie. It was the man, white movie. It's not, it's a true life story. You know, this crime story that people will go online, they go on television, then they will be talking about their story and all that, then they will be acting it. So people were acting it, but the real persons that were involved were the one telling the story. Then they will not look for somebody that is resemblance of that person to play the role. So this man, his son is a bad guy. You understand? They pay him to delete people. He's an assassin. They pay him to delete people, to do a lot of things, which the father had been looking at him with one kind of crooked eye. Whenever they come like this from their operation, the guy will tiptoe and go and hide the gun inside the garden. He never knew the father has been watching him closely. So when they did a major robbery, bank robbery, and they killed some of the bankers there, it went on television and all that, though they were masked, all right? But you know your pikin, and the man had been suspecting the child. So what this man did is a white movie. What this man did was that he called the police. He called the police because he had a lot of evidence against his own son, in old blood, I'm Bona. Whenever they are discussing over the phone, if they want to carry out operation, sometimes he will be hearing their conversation, but the son never knew that the father is monitoring him so closely. Whenever they come back from operation, he will take the gun and hide in their garden. So the father will be watching him at the night. So what the father did was that this man carried his phone and called the police. That was how they came and apprehend the guy. They took him to the court, evidence, everything was clear. The gun they saw at the garden. You know all this investigation now, how they do it, everything, the bullets at the crime scene, everything matches with the gun. So that day, me and my husband, we were like discussing, see, which I know that in the Western world, lots of parents will do it. Lots of parents, they will call the police for their children. They will call the police for their spouse. They will call the police for their parents. But Africa, that we are, when something like this goes wrong, can you call the police? Or you confide in your father or your mother or whoever that is close to you in your family, your uncle, really, because that is the title of this topic. And you are sending money, maybe peradventure you are not around, you are very busy, your kind of job, and you want to put something, investment on ground. So you now trusted your funds, your money to somebody, a family member. After how many years, you now come to realize that there is nothing to show for it. Will you arrest that your family member? A tough one. No, we just let the person know that I know what he or she did. Okay, you will not tell the police. Okay, that is to you. Do you know now, with what you just said now, that you will let the person know? Do you know that some people will want to still delete anybody that have come to know that that is what they are doing? You know that some people will say, so papa, mama, so you know, say now this kind of thing that they do, because lot of things. If you are watching, there's this program I always like following about crime. All right, if you are watching, you will see so many things that is happening. It's a true life story. The people will be acting it. You will see it when you go and tell that your son or that's your relative that I know what you are up to. Some of them at the end of the day, they will come after that person's life because they will say, they will go and discuss with their friends. My pale don't see wetin I dey do. Oh. My male don't know wetin I dey do. Oh. What are we going to do? Then they will now discuss about how to eliminate that person. People are doing it as well. Because there was one big a true life story. I don't know whether some of you heard about it. The lady is a lecturer, but she was dating a student, a big time lecturer. She was dating it. I've forgotten the country this thing happened. I watched the this story movie last week on crime, but it's true life story. So they acted it again. So this lady now ask the students because she fell in love with this guy, a young boy, fell in love that he wants to marry the guy. But if the guy will do one thing for her, if the guy will delete the husband, which the guy eventually did, but it took him time. It took him time. He was restless. He could not. So he had to discuss with his friend. I think the lady paid them over $500, I mean $800. I forgotten for them to bring down the husband. But at the end of the day, investigation took place and all that. They arrested the guys. Then the guys had to confess. But they have released the guys now. 3 of them, they've released them. But the lady, they said the lady is still behind the bars. So that is it. How did people even come to know? After some time, after investigation can take time sometimes. After some time, after they have killed the guy, they even buried the guy because they killed him in his house. All right. So when the lady came, she just pretended and see because she wasn't around. So she came and she saw the dead body and she shouted, call the police, blah, 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 blah. All that is just pretense. After some time, some donkey years, this guy now that deleted the lady's husband went and be bragging. You know how guys talk and the way you play with your friends. Went and be bragging that do you know I did this so time? I deleted somebody. Maybe that is how God want to expose him. He never knew when the word came out from his mouth. And the people he was even talking to, they are not bad guys. They just were like, they were looking at him. You did what? What did you just say you did? He said, yes, I did that. That is okay. So all these things are small job for me. So you can see. So that was how his friends now went to tell the police. Friends, but I am not talking about friends now. This is my topic now. I'm talking about family matters. Like some couple that are fighting, those of you that are in the house, couples that are fighting, as a wife, will you pick up your phone and call the police for your husband when that fight don't they turn to climax, don't enter gear 10? You cannot take it anymore. Will you pick up your phone? Because there are some women that calls police. Look at that video that went viral, that Mr. Tunde video that went viral. Okay? According to him, from the horse's mouth, according to him, he said the wife called police for him. Then him himself called police for the wife. Vice versa. All right? So, will you, as a woman, call police for your husband? Does it sound good? Or is it advisable? Or are we going to say that when the quarrel and the fights have gotten out of hand, the police should be involved, or we should just quiet and do as if nothing happened the following day? Next week again, gbege start again. We continue from where we stop. All right. So that was what the guy said, Mr. Tunde, that they called police for each other. Then when the police people eventually came, they asked him to leave the house. That was the decision they took. They asked him to leave the house, but he did not still leave. He was still living in the house until the lady threw away his things outside one day when he came back from work. Because police people are already involved, and they've already instructed you to leave the house so that peace will reign. Maybe because he doesn't know where to go to, maybe he doesn't have friends and family that will shelter him. Maybe he must have also begged the lady that, please just give me some time, I will leave the house. And the lady could not contain it anymore, and she decided to throw his things out. So, like we Africa, I don't think, okay, I have seen only one person, one person that called them the military for her husband. I have seen one person, and why she did that was because the husband beat herself and her mother. Her mother that is living with them, the husband beat herself and beat the mother. That man in the husband that very day came out. He could not anymore. All right, because this woman is a kind of person that doesn't have regard for man. This is somebody I know one on one. He doesn't have regard for the man. She doesn't have respect. She can wash the man in presence of friends, in presence of her children, curse the man, tell the man his life history. Foolish man. If not be me, you for don die since. Who you be? Wetin you get? Not be me make you. You understand? So when men are hearing this kind of thing, sometimes they go dey bear. That is why I always tell people that men go through violence more than women. They will be bearing. This person I'm talking about, how many times I have been in their presence, or they curse the man like this? Then what will you now expect people that are there, your friends, to see your husband? Curse the man too go dey curse am ashawo, prostitute. Ashawo like you, prostitute. Now let me go fit settle down with you now. Which man? Where you if the first pikin wey you born, where im papa dey? Now let me go fit settle down with you. That is what hello Constance. Oh, consis ten long time. Long time. Good to see you. Good evening to you. I greet you with your time. I believe it's morning at your place. Thank you for coming. Thank you. So the man will be insulting the wife, calling her prostitute. I'm good. Thank you. I'm good. Thank you. The man will be insulting the wife, calling her prostitute. The woman too will be insulting the husband, calling the man jobless man, useless man. Who are you? If it is not me that made you, who are you? Who would have settled down with you? So when it is now out of hand, that man that is that is always in every man. All right, a true man, though, some men and women, Rapper used to say it, some men cannot even hot fly. Their wives will even be beating them, all right, beating them on top. They cannot even talk. So I'm talking of the real men, the way God said that men are the head of the house, the crown. So that man inside the man came out that fateful day, and he beats the wife mercilessly, beats the mother-in-law. These are people I know, beats them so much that it was even the mother-in-law that first of all ran out of the house, because where we are staying, see, I don't want to call the type of military, all right? See where the military people are living, then see where we are staying. So it's a stone throw. So the mother-in-law was running to go and call these military people now. before the wife managed to escape, and two of them went to call the military people for the man, and the man was arrested and detained. All right. Okay, I get. Okay, thank you very much. Thank you. All right, no wahala. Thank you very much, consistent. Thank you. So the man was detained. All right. So what am I trying to say here? Some women cannot do it. I'm talking of an African woman right now in Nigeria, precisely, called police for her husband. I have only seen family people calling police for business associates, calling police for their tenants, or calling police for business gone wrong. That is the one I have seen. All right. Apart from this story, I just talked about that a married wife called police for the husband, the father of her children. All right. So that is that. So, guys, what is your take about this topic? Can you call police for your husband that is beating you all the time? You will say, no, I can't bear it anymore. Or can you call police for your wife that is always insulting you, calling you jobless man, foolish man, curse you, use a pot of soup to pour you, use warm water to descend on you, broke your head? Will you run to any nearest police station at your area to report the case? Let them come and arrest him, or let them come and arrest the woman. Or if you have a child, who I always say the black sheep of the family, that child is always taking your jewelries to sell. Every good thing you have, that child have disposed it on a cheap rate because you want to use and take smoke doof. Will you on one day just walk up to any police station and say, I have had enough for this boy, please police, come and arrest my son for me? It's really giving me sleepless nights, it's giving me troubles. 1 week, 6 troubles. Every time you are paying debts, every time you are begging people, please abeg, not vex. Today they will come and report that this your daughter went and fought somebody in school and broke the person's head, that you should come to so place for first aid treatment. Before you know, you are there, you will now pay the bills. Or by the time you drop your car keys, this your son have carried the car and his hands are not strong in driving, go hit your car somewhere. Will you call police on this your blood? Like, I'm talking of your bloodline right now. Are you born the pikin as a father or as a mother? Or you will just dey sit down dey watch, dey pray to God, make God come from heaven, come help you to take care of that your child? What do you think? So what's your take? According to somebody here, she said she cannot do it. She said she cannot do it. That she will just let the person know that she have known what he or she is up to. All right. But now something they push person, they do certain things for life. Then say na condition make crayfish bend. I believe we all know what crayfish is. All right, a seafood. Now condition na make crayfish bend. If not, crayfish too is a part of fish. Fish they're supposed to dey straight, but crayfish now come curve, come bend. So to me, my own take in this is that when it has gotten out of hand, call the police. When it has gotten out of hand, you could be doing something you that involve money. You gave your parents money to help you do something. When I said get out of hand, I'm not talking of maybe small money. I'm talking of good money. Good money. Maybe you are sending money to your parents. For instance, for those people that are in diaspora, most of them have a property back home, all right? So they might be sending money to their parents if they don't have the time to go back home to do the property. They might entrust the money to their parents. It could be their uncle, it could be their siblings, their brother. Then when you now decide that you are coming over to the country, maybe to stay for your evening. What do I mean by your evening? Your old age. You have done all what you have been doing in diaspora. You have worked hard for your money. Then you want to go back to your motherland to settle at your old age. Then reaching home now, your people will dey scratch head like this. By the time you ask them to bring your house keys, your keys to your apartment, they go dey scratch head like this. They turn round like baba chair. I believe we all know what baba chair is. When you call this one, uncle, where is the apartment now? Uncle go say, I dey come, I'm on my way to Abuja. Then when you go and meet your mother, mommy, what is happening now? The money passes through you. Your mother will now do like this. It's true, Joseph. Joseph, it's true. The money passes through me, but I work as instructed, as you told me. I've been giving the money to your uncle. You understand? So what are you going to do? Will you just say, mama, papa, uncle, una do river well? Not be only well una do river. Then you now give them a bravo. Say, I clap for una. God bless una. Thank you. Or you will ask people around that, please, where is the closest police station? Let me arrest my mother. Let me arrest my father. Let me arrest my uncle. Let me go and arrest my younger brother for eating up my money without anything to show for it. Will you do that? Because where we come from, they will say, that is one thing Nigerians are doing I don't like. But when these persons are extorting from you, eating your money, deceiving you, like a video I watched one video on YouTube. It's a comedy video and it's reality. It happens. This guy resides abroad, all right? So he trusted his friend, and this is friend before he left the shores of Nigeria. They are very, very close. You know, some friends are so close that you will entrust everything to them than your own bloodline. So this guy, what he did was that he was sending money from abroad to this his friend. The friend deceived him that he bought land. We just go and snap empty land. Deceive him that they've started foundation work. We go and snap people's property that are doing excavating, that are excavating the ground. Go and snap that the property have gotten to DPC. Snap that it has gotten to lintel level. Snap that they have even roof and all that. So, but this guy abroad, when the guy eventually told him that they are doing painting, the guy now said, okay, fine and good. You are doing painting. Thank you, my friend. You have done well. Gave him all type of praises. Can I please see the inside bedroom? Let me see how it looks like, because now we have done everything. We have done roofing. We have put toilets. We have done that. Let me just at least see my house. For how many years you have been helping me to build? The guy said, you think that they lie? Why they ask me now? Why are you asking me that now to go and do video? Do the rooms from one. The guy said, do it for me now. Before now, haven't you been sending me pictures from foundation, pictures that the uncompleted building, blah blah blah. Now that the building is complete, let me see the inside of the house. I want to see and to and all that. What I asked you to do, you did it well. Not knowing that nothing come out. She. This his friend ate every penny this poor man have been sending abroad. A dime, not leave. When that guy did that phone call, he was already in the country. All right, he was already in the country. He took his friend unawares. He had been expecting this his friend anyways. When he got to a particular time, he had said, "Let's him." So he took his friend unawares and made that call in the country. But the friend never knew he's in the country. So he said, blah, 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 that he cannot do it. That easy. This, that one. That one, not do that one. So before then, that guy just went to the police station and reported the case. When they arrested police now, they panel beated this guy very well. How can people be so wicked and cruel? Somebody have been for close to how many years to help him develop property. Land you did not even buy. Every document you sent to him, fake. Then when he came down now for him to see his property now that you've been saying that you have built for him, and so that every time they communicate like the very sweet comedy. Anytime they communicate like this, he will be blessing this guy. God bless you. This and that one too will be collecting all the blessing as well. Not that nothing to show for it. 10 kobo, no come out. He did not even buy quarter plot of land, let alone to buy half plot of land. He had of what this guy did to his own friend, but that one is friend, all right. But he arrested the guy along the way. He arrested the guy. But this one I'm talking about now is family member. Family member. Will you police for your family? If you know your family is, you have a black sheep, you have a bad guy or a bad lady in your family, you have somebody that her way not clear, get crooked, way bent. You have somebody that's a husband that anytime you quarrel, always beat you up. You have a wife that anytime you people quarrel, she will always beat you up. Because some women they beat, they have a husband beater. So some women, Nigerian women are very, very strong. Nigerian women are strong. If not that, from that, our main culture in Nigeria, number one of it is respect. Nigeria, that is brought up in Nigeria, respect. They don't joke with respect there. You must respect your elders, except maybe when you don't grow, they turn to something else. You don't grow out of hand. Okra don't big pass the owner. Before they say okra not a big pass the owner. You can bend the okra and harvest the okra. But nowadays, okra they big pass the owner because as they try to bend them, they bend the okra tree. Sometimes the no go gree bend, go dey force am to bend and e go come dey chook you. Alright, so that is how it is. It's an adage. But in Africa, Nigeria, most parents brought up their children in a very respectful manner. It's different from children you see in the diaspora. Alright, in Africa, that is a place where there is total respect. Even though your elder sister senior you with only 1 year, you must respect am. Una go dey get una own gbege o, dem dey see like that, but that respect is there. You respect your aunties, you respect your uncle, you give maximum respect. Alright, so that is how it is. So that is why nowadays, I would say, okay, nowadays, which I believe that open eye now and things that is happening now can now make family members to arrest their own blood because of things that is happening. We now make family members, if not before it dey hard. By the time you want to take this decision, you call for family meeting, your family members might say, why will you want to do this now? And what will people say? People will laugh at you. It's your brother, it's your mother, it's your sister. I know it's painful, but money now. Who they alive now? They find money now. Who don't die, go. But thank God that God have kept you alive. Money will come. No go arrest your mama. No go arrest your papa. It's not good. No go arrest your uncle. It's not good. No go arrest your pikin. It's not good. That is what they will talk in Nigeria because they don't know the pain and agony that person must have gone through. They don't know. Or if you have a child that you know molests children, you know very well as a parent that is what that your child is doing. That is what that your brother is doing. That is what that your sister is doing. Will you take that bold step to walk to any close police station and report that your blood? It's a difficult one. I know. It's a difficult one. This question hard, a past jam question because it's something people will really crack your brain, crack am. Some will say, I go arrest I go arrest, because even if it's my brother, even if it's my sister, if that person have the opportunity now, slightest opportunity, now he will still do it to my child. So I go talk. But mind you, it is easier said than done. It is easier. It is easier to condemn somebody, all right, than you to praise somebody, even when somebody is doing perfectly well, somebody is doing good to you. But it is easier, that good now go turn to bad. You go just see something, they will just condemn. Abeg go, that one wey no dey help person. Abeg, I no wan just talk for her matter. That one wey dey think of herself alone, himself alone. Whereas you yourself, you are trying your hardest to please them, even when it is not even convenient for you. You are trying to send them your penny when you have little in your savings, but they don't see it that way. They will condemn you. That I bet leave that one. She's always thinking of herself. That is how human is. Most human are like that. It is easier to condemn than to build, than to praise. There are a lot of people that they have this in them to just be destroying people, that tarnishing people. When you know that these people you are tarnishing are of help to you, they have goodwill towards you, but you will just want to spoil their image. You will not even for one day tell somebody that this person do this one for me, oh, abeg help me thank am, oh. But the day when the person go say e no get, na that time the person don turn to bad person. Nigerians dey do that thing well. By the time you are giving a particular person money, the person will ask, you will give. I'm not talking about to lend now, I'm talking about to assist. The day the person will now come with one ogbonge one, maybe the person have came to you that, please, so Philomena, can you help me with 50,000 naira? You give. Tomorrow again she go come, Philomena, can you please help me with 100,000 naira? You now say, I'm sorry, I don't have. Hey, Philomena will just carry your name now. They scandalize them, they slanderize them to every dog and Harry wey want to hear about you too. But when you were giving her secretly, she no go talk. That is why I said it is easier to condemn than to build. And I don't like people like that. I don't like people that condemn people. You will tell you, I will just blast you. All right. So you don't need to condemn somebody, even if you don't like the person. You don't need to condemn somebody that this person is like this, person is like that, when you know very well that the person is not like that. When you know that what you are saying about the person is not true, you are just saying that out of jealousy. You are just saying that because you don't love the person. It should not be so. It shouldn't be so. Everybody cannot be everybody's friend in life. Everybody cannot like everybody. Whereas everybody too cannot hate everybody. Everybody too cannot like people you like. Or everybody cannot hate or despise people you despise. That is life for you. But when somebody is of help to you, when somebody is good to you, don't condemn the person. When there is time to applaud the person. Tell the truth about the person. When somebody has been helping you since and the person now come to you and say, I don't have, respect the person's opinion. Even if the person gets, he no wan give you. There is a reason why he or she is telling you as at that moment that he or she doesn't have. So respect that. You don't need to go out of the person's house out of anger, come carry bone face, swell up your face, all your face don dey red, you don dey vex, you don paranoid, you don anger, no joy again. You don dey spoil the person up and down, say this person na bad person, this person no do this for me, and this person have been helping you since. You will not talk. Only that time the person is saying that I don't have. The whole world will not know say this person. At that time, that person don be bad person. So all this kind of thing is not good as well. People should change and desist from that kind of life. All right. So then say okra not a big pass the owner. Now adage e be for Africa. So African children, they are brought up with respect. Yes, 90 something percent of Africa children, they have respect. When they see their elders, they greet. They see their senior, they greet. They see their neighbors, they greet. All right, that is how we are brought up. Respect. So even if you still give people the respect, they said respect is earned. You give people the respect. All right, your seniors respect. Your seniors too should also respect themselves as well. Should also respect you too, even though na your mama or na your papa or na your elder sister. All right, there is a stage in one's life we all are now adults. That your younger sister too don become adults. Even though she is not married, that your younger brother is now an adult. Even though he's not married, he's living under your roof. You can give him the rules and regulation, but there should be how you talk to him in presence of your children, in presence of your wife, because what? He is now an adult. All right. So if your adult brother, now your baby adult brother or your baby adult sister, does something that you know you don't like, will you go and report the police? There are some baby adult brothers that are living with us, which we know that their kind of way no straight. Your wife might be bathing in the bedroom, they go go dey find her, they go take the people because you and your wife have agreed that they should come and live with you. All right. Or your baby adult sister now, by the time you have gone for your business, you've gone to look for your daily bread, for her to look after the children, she will be maltreating the children, be treating the children anyhow. They draw their ear, they can't, that is when they draw the ear, the pikin go comot from ground with that ear, they go draw am out, draw the pikin fat jaw, the pikin go come out, the leg go jump comot for ground. If the child when you return now as a parent and your child tells you that mommy, daddy, this is what auntie did to me, this is what auntie did to me, auntie drew my jaw, auntie spanked me, auntie did this, auntie drew my ear, auntie used this to touch my bum bum, what will you do? Your auntie we are talking about is auntie to your child, but this person is the same blood with you. What are you going to do? Will you just fold your hands and be watching closely at your sister or your brother, or you will pick up your phone and call the police? Because children wey we dey see, so we think say their eyes no dey reach ground. Children eye reach ground pass adults. Have you ever been looking for something in your house, you no know where you keep am, your pikin go say mommy, this is it, go just go run go bring am, or daddy look at it, go run bring am. Have you? So children eyes reach ground pass adults. So when your child tells you certain things that is happening to him or her when you are not there, don't just shut her down or shut him down, because some parents always do that, especially mothers. Your child wants to talk to you because they want to be close to you. You will just say, shut up, you too talk. Shut up your mouth. You don't want that child now to express. And with that, you are putting fear in that child, because by the time big things now they happen to that pikin, e no go fit dey talk, e go dey fear, e go dey fidget, e no go know as e go take tell him mama or him papa say this is what he's going through or this is what she is going through. So if your child tells you things that you know that is horrible, that is not pleasant to the ear, and you inside of you believe that yes, this your brother can do this or this your sister can do this, will you tell the police? It's a tough one, my people, which I believe that many people they no go fit talk tell police, but they go fit tell police if na outsider go do their children all those things. They go fit tell police if an outsider go beat their wife, flog their wife. They will fit tell police if an outsider go follow them fight, go get blow their eye, they go report for police. All right, but it is very very difficult to take your family person to police, but the Western world they are doing it. And to me, Didi that is here sitting in front of this camera, I said I support it. When it has gotten out of hand, I support it. Call the police, because that might be the way you can live more. It might be the way God channel you to live more, because many people have met their untimely death without calling police because of this violence. You are fighting your tenants. The other one that happened in Ghana, the landlord went and carried machete and machete the tenant like this, not be small thing. You understand? So something led to that. It don't escalate. By the time they don't fight over house rent, not say house rent, say, you understand what that guy would have done? He would have asked the wife to call the police, because e don dey get out of hand. Normally, a tenant supposed to pay his or her house rent when it's due, but manner of approach matters a lot. Some people don't know how to talk, and some landlords as well, they cannot exercise patience when it comes to payment of rent. They no dey gree take am at all, likely with tenants. So before tenants now go dey follow landlord dey gbege dey fight and all that, as a tenant that you know the kind of landlord you have, or you know the kind of person you are dealing with, you would have quickly called the police. If you cannot run for your life, run for your life. If you know you can run to your next door neighbor, run, enter your next door neighbor's house and make the phone call. If you know you can run into your own bedroom and lock yourself inside and make the phone call. Because many persons have ended their lives because of wetin people go talk, wetin people go talk. Well, me call police for my husband, or me call police for my wife, or me call police for my mama, or me call police for my brother. What will people say? But you, now that is not calling the police for these people, now before you know, I die go. You don't go be that. You don't let go for ground. Anger. If anger is not controlled, by the time you have realized your mistake, say, hey, what did I do? That it's as if somebody poured you with cold water, which I believe that all of us here must have gone through anger. When we dey furious, we dey vex. Person fit destroy something as at that time. But when your mind don't calm down now, you will come dey recall. By that time, things don't spoil. Wetin don spoil don spoil. Person wey you don dagger, don stab, you don stab and go. Alright? Person wey you don delete am, that person don go for life. So for all these things now, for us to dey avoid all these things, quickly run enter inside your bedroom. If your husband dey pursue you with machete, the thing don red, that is to say, you know that when he comes close to you, he's ready to cut you with that machete. Anywhere you know you can run to, if it is outside you want to, run outside and call the police. Because we are talking of anger now, as at that time, that person cannot control him or herself. Even some women that you will see that will carry hot pot of soup and pour their housemaid. People are doing it. Hot pot of soup and pour their housemaid, maybe because the housemaid mistakenly broke a tumbler, okay, or the housemaid beat their pikin, and neighbors are seeing the way they are maltreating the housemaid. Neighbors, call the police. I beg you, call the police, because like some countries, by the time criminal scene like this happen, they go arrest people wey dey around that vicinity first. All right, na criminal scene dem dey call am. They will arrest people that are around first, then before at the end of the day, they will now investigate properly and release whoever they want to release. So if you know you have a neighbor, every time you dey hear, no be aproko e be. That is what I love in the white people. No be aproko e be. I was watching a program the other day. The guy bought fuel, but by the time he drove from how many miles, the car stopped. He was like, what happened now? So he decided to take the fuel to go and do a test. Experts, they did test. They said about fuel. Now, I don't know the chemical name wey dey inside. About fuel. That is to say that filling station mix the fuel, original fuel, with fake fuel. So that the fuel now will come plenty where they could come make enough profits. That will not be aproko because it would have destroyed the man's engine. All right, it took time, it took his own money, took the fuel to experts. They had to check the fuel very well, and they find out that it wasn't original fuel. All right, so where you for buy fuel now, e talk where for buy am, and so they had to seal that petrol station. They had to seal it, and they find out that was how this guy, the owners of the petrol station, had been dealing, and they are making good money from that fuel mixture. Not be amebo e be. We are talking about life and death right now. All right, there are some people that beat their parents. They beat their parents. They will use their belts, especially guys, or all these ones they will call tomboy. They will use their belt and flog their parents very well. When you are there as a child, you're one of the children, and you are age enough, you don't dey beg your brother, beg now, brother, stop. The brother still dey use belt, they flog your mama, or they flog your papa, or they use belt to they flog you because you dey beg. And what are you supposed to do? Take your phone and call the police. Call the police. Thank God for Nigeria today. Nigeria police not be like before. Then they come now. Then they come. If you call them on phone, highest thing you go do is say you go fuel their car. Then they come now. Nigeria don't upgrade well in so many things. You call them, they will come. I know what I am talking about. They will come. Even for robbery cases, you call them, they come. Many people don't, they talk truth, because we know that yes, Nigeria is a country whereby things they manipulate. But people see they talk true. Some people will say when you call Nigeria police, they will ask you how many armed robber dem be. They carry gun, then they shoot. You dey there? Okay, quiet, make I hear. Well, make I hear the to. You sure say you dey talk true, so? Now wow. Now why? Make we see they talk some kind truth sometimes. People not they lie, they because of social media. We call they spoil our country too. We should still be saying the truth. Nigeria not good, Nigeria not good, Nigeria not good, Nigeria not good. But there are some persons that are still good in that country. There are some things that are still going right in that country. All right. Even this COVID-19, whatever now, with protocol now, where they for Nigeria airport now for you to get, which I have treated on my video, one of my videos, for you to get your QR code and all that. International travelers now that are hitting Nigeria, they are saying that they are even surprised when they get to Nigeria airport, the way the workers there are so proactive, the way they respect people, they don't really polish them well. They nothing like bribing, madam, what you get for us? Huh? What you bring for us international journey? Oh, bros, anything for the boys? Oh, they don't wash toilet finish. Sis, now wow. Now we they wash this toilet, now we they arrange them for now. Anything for the girls. Nigeria don't stop so many of those things now. All right. So when you call Nigeria police in distress, then they come. I know what I am talking about. Then they come. Then they come. They will come, no matter where the place is. Then they come. Because government have really put in money into that sector. All right. So it's not like before. It's not game as usual. Call Nigeria police for middle of the night till they hear shooting for a cow. Before you know, they don't one, they don't reach there. Then they come. So do you know how many persons, how many armed robbers that they have killed on distress call? Do you know how many armed robbers? A very delicate job. Those are people's husbands, people's parents, people's brothers, people's family. They will call them in the middle of the night that there is robbery attack. They don't wear gadget, they don't set bang. Before you know now, they don't let go one or two of the bad guys. All right. So then they try, we should say the truth when it comes to certain things. Our country, they upgrade every day, and God go make them upgrade finish. All right, God go make them upgrade. If God say that country will stand as one Nigeria, what will they talk since? Let it be. If God said he go see referendum, make the referendum. Anyone with God, because whatever has been ordained spiritually, it must manifest physically. That is how it is. All right. So as I was saying, I am of the opinion that when things are not right in our family, take that bold step. Not mind the thing people go talk. Not mind the thing that people go talk, because if you drop dead now, these same people that will talk that you call police for your brother or you call police for your mama, or Peter, why now you go call police for Paul? Why did you do this? These same people now, they will be the one now that will make jest of you when you don't die. Make jest of you in the sense that they will come to your burial. They are not coming there now to come and cry and mourn with you. They are coming there to come and chop rice. They won't come eat rice for burial. They won't come drink water. They won't come drink mineral. They want to take whatever they have seen in that area back to their gossip association to go tell them, say, no enough food for the brother burial. Say, can you imagine? They don't fight in brother finish. That guy brother kill him brother finish. He not even fit give the brother befitting burial. And not even see pure water drink for that. No mineral safe. You not go round. These same people, they will be the one to make jest of you, to laugh you. So why will you not take your phone and call the police when you see your two brothers fighting? Call the police and let them be arrested. When they reach and they arrest them finish, they go judge finish for police station. Then release who dem go release. Call the police when you see your neighbor, they set blow, they broke things. Not be gossip. This one is not mind your business, because by the time somebody don let go for there, they go come say you come go do evidence of case. So you come talk wetin your eye no see and the one wey your eye see. That is what I love in the white life people. They go call the police. They go call the police when husband and wife don dey too much dey make noise for house. All these terrace houses, you know, they disturb every time. Before you know, one day police go just dey your domot for there. Who call am? You no go know who call am. Sometimes some of them will surface with the police that yes, I made the call, because now they always dey disturb, dey fight. So guys, I want to end this. Let's thank you guys for coming. More especially, I will still stand by my word. If your parents wrong you and you know that the thing don turn, that is, be careful, because parents dey kill pikin o, pikin dey kill parents o, pikin dey kill brother, pikin dey kill him sister. Dem dey see am. We no go. There's no way we should shy away from it. We should say the truth. All right. So when things like this don get out of hand, or maybe you trust your people, they send money for them, make dem help you buy house, make dem help you build house, make dem help you. Yes, where you work na there you dey eat. That is what I call workshop. If you are sending money to them to help you do this, help you do that, they want, even though you still give them transportation, even though you still give them their monthly allowance, and they say, na wow, na wow for brother o. So brother fit say, now this 1 million naira that he sent, now make I put the whole 1 million naira for the property, or make I put the whole 1 million naira for investment. No way. I will cut off some percentage. If you want to cut off some percentage, cut am wisely. But normally you are not even supposed to cut some percentage, because brother have given you your own. But if you choose that what brother gave to you is not good enough in your eyes, and you want to disgwangwa like 200k and use 800k take arrange wetin brother ask you to do, arrange am well. That is why you see most people in diaspora, they find it difficult to send money to Africa. Many people will advise you, put your money into bank account when you have the time, when you are on time off, or you tell your employer, all right, to give you some time, you travel to Africa and do things yourself. Travel to Africa and do things yourself. Some people have traveled to Africa and they did not return. Inside life. All right? Inside life. Some people have traveled to Africa. The inside life now I'm talking about is not even from friends, from family. You see the family that we see arrange to do whatever they want to do with that person, because they know that as this person is coming now is for him or her to come and see what they've been sending since donkey years when nothing to show for it. So for them not to be in prison, they go meet, oh, area boy, make una regande, I get job for now. How much una go take delete this person? Na im picture be this. Make una dey careful. So when all those kind of things dey happen like this, whether na your mama o, whether na your papa o, whether na your brother o, whether na who e be for your family o, quick go report the case to police. At least let police people open file for you, so that anything happen to you tomorrow, they go know say where dem go, that from here e dey come. That is what I am saying. No be uncle kill im own brother the other day wey come from Malaysia for 5 years. 5 years. Uncle, because of wetin? Document. Poor boy, Malaysia, young handsome guy like this, have spent all his life in Malaysia, 5 good years. Okay, let him come and visit the motherland and see his property. That very day when he entered the country, na im dem lego am. If he had known that is like that, I think he for report first to police for his safety, that na Nigeria we dey, na wa for you. Nigeria police, I'm already make arrangement in short before you even travel to the Nigeria. Then by the time you enter the Nigeria, you let them know that now I am in Nigeria. I don't come my country, but this is what brought me. The way my uncle is playing me like this, get as e be. I don't understand the way he's playing me when I talk about my property. At least get the police involved, so they will open a file for you. That is what I am talking about. So they will open a file for you, because this life wey we dey, people wicked well, and the wickedness most at times is coming from our bloodline, our own family people. That is why I ask. You will see some wives that their husbands are doing well at their place of work, because their husband refused to give them money to go and buy Hollandis, to buy the latest wrapper. They will go and report their husband's boss. All right, in so many ways. They might go and report their husband's boss, say the husband do this one, the husband not do that one, just for the man to lose job. That is how e still dey for men life too. So it's vice versa. So people should be careful when you are in marriage and the man is always beating you every time. When you enter that marriage, before you were looking like a sweet 16 damsel, but in the next 2 years like this now, you don dey turn to okporoko fish. You that wears the shoes knows where it pinches you. I no go fit wear your shoe, na you wear your shoe, I come dey tell you say na lie, the shoe no dey pepper you. I am stupid, because you that wore the shoe, you know whether that shoe is free on your leg, or whether it's a perfect match, or whether it tights you. That is why we have different sizes in the market at the first place. So when you know that this is the kind of person you are with, all right, that person will kill you one day. You better open file with police. Make police get your file open already. Say this any small thing, me and my husband go quarrel. Before you know now, they don carry mortar take broke my head, but I go dey lie say I get accident while they come from the Igbesu market. You better tell the truth. You do not have any accident from Igbesu market. Na Papa Amaka na him don panel beat you with mortar pistol because of your bad mouth. So don't be covering all these things, because one day monkey go market, he no go come back. What do I mean? One day all this family bloodline go do things wey be say at the end of the day, when you reach hellfire, the devil will tell you, say na him good for you, you are welcome. There was opportunity for you to report to the police, but you refused because of your foolishness. So you are welcome. Come and join my train. So guys, thank you for coming. I go now. See you some other time. God willing. Goodbye.